Yo, we built an insane KTM 450 race bike for legendary ski racer Daron Rahlves, Olympian, badass on the World Cup downhill circuit. His bike goes fast uphill and downhill. Check it out. Hey guys, we are here at Kauai Creek today, riding on one of our latest project bikes, and this belongs to my buddy Daron Rahlves here, Olympian, amazing downhill skier, rode for the US ski team for a lot of years. I guess not rode for, skied for. Sorry, wrong terminology. But you're a big moto fan, D, and you bought this bike and wanted to turn it into something cool, and I said, hey, let us build a project. We've got a company, Nihilo Concepts, that makes a ton of stuff for these, and I really wanted to showcase a lot of those. So we built you a pretty cool machine, I believe. What do you think?
Yeah, I jumped on that offer there, Ping, and had to ask you a couple times, like, for real? And we went from a full stock bike, like you said, came down a day in the dirt last November and put like 2 hours on it, and then that was it. It's been sleeping in your garage since then.
Went into the dirt a day in the dirt.
It did.
This thing showed up at my house, a real war wagon, like the wheel was bent.
It was pretty beat up, but like, I mean, obviously, like the upgrade with the wheels, I mean, take it up a big notch, you know, up level it, and it looks so clean and good, and I'm just stoked. I mean, this is the first time I've been back on the dirt since day in the dirt.
Since November, yeah, it's been a minute. Well, here's what we did. I'll take you guys through just some of the changes we made, starting with aesthetically. Acerbi sent us a full white plastic kit, and I wanted to just do something a little bit different looking, and I went to the guys at SKDA and just said, hey, can we do something kind of different? And I really want to take care of Nihilo, and Daron's a Red Bull guy, so how can we make this thing look cool? And they crushed it, as per usual. Just beautiful looking bike, seat cover to go with it. And then the wheels, like I said, they were tacoed, the front was trash. So I had to do something on wheels. And I hit up a local company, they're actually right by my house, Nackstar, and they've been making wheels. I've been seeing them around and hadn't tried them. So I went down to chat with the boys there, and they said, yeah, let's get on that project. So it's a really sweet billet hub, black spokes with orange nipple and a black hoop, and it looks great. So we've durability tested these with another project with another guy and had no issues. So I know the durability is good. They look great. So we're stoked to have those guys on board, and stoked to welcome another wheel company to the mix.
Throw some nice IRC rubber on there.
We did. Now Daron's an IRC guy, so we got some IRC tires. This is your
this is the VX30.
VX30. It's aggressive.
It's more like a motocross one, but also like I do a lot of like off-road riding, hair scramble stuff, and I mean, this is definitely a dedicated track bike, this bike, but I have the same setup on my XCF.
So you're familiar with the meats, so those were good. We went to Factory Connection to get the suspension dialed in, and Daron and I are the same weight. He's a pretty fast vet intermediate expert level rider, so it's kind of similar to probably what I would want, and we've only got one day on it, but you were pretty stoked with the way it worked, right?
Yeah, like just came off the snow yesterday from Mammoth. Been skiing all year in Tahoe, and first day on the bike. Obviously, a lot of rust to knock off, but it felt really plush, and I mean, it felt balanced. It's just about me now, you know, trying to like get up to speed with this fast-looking bike.
Yeah. So, I mean, these guys are the best in the business, the Factory Connection boys. We left it air. We didn't go to a spring conversion kit. That is something you can do. It's an option, but we stuck with air. We went to ODI bars and grips. ASV levers, which are all adjustable, foldable, anodized orange for that, you know, rich vet guy look. Everybody wants that, you know. And Acerbi's...
It looks good, man. It does look good.
Acerbi's also a front disc guard and skid plate. And the skid plate's pretty rad. It actually like kind of slides up and sits over the frame rails, but sucks up towards the engine cases. So there's no void space in there. A lot of times with a skid plate, one of the reasons I used to not like running them is you'd have this big void space in there that would fill with dirt and mud and add a bunch of weight. And what they've done here by bringing that real close to the engine, there is no space for that stuff. And it's got vents down the bottom for any kind of dirt and debris to just drop out if it gets in.
It fits tight, 4 bolts. I mean, 2 up front, 2 underneath the foot pegs, and went on easy.
Yeah, it was very cool. Nihilo Concepts, frame tape here. We got their grip donuts. We changed out, you know, if you guys don't like this standard fob that comes on the handlebars with the start and kill switch, Nihilo Concepts makes a separator, and it literally just, you plug one thing in where the other one unplugs, and then you can put start and stop on either side. I don't know if it's just me being old or whatever, but I like that a lot better. Darren, you kind of said the stock one's a little weird too for you.
Yeah, I mean, you could hit both at the same time or screw up a little bit, especially if you kill the motor. You want to be able to like start up fast, and I did today, and just went right to that green button.
Yeah,
quick fire.
It's a green and a red, so it really takes all the brain work out of it, right? You don't have to be a Harvard scholar to know which one to hit. And also for guys that are racing off-road with dead engine starts, this is a huge improvement. Pro X air filter, Pro X chain and sprocket, and we also have a Nihilo Concepts brake tip. It's titanium. It's so sharp.
He's got some teeth, yeah.
You're gonna wear the toe of your boot out on that thing. Very, very sharp. And then Dr. D set us up with one of his slip-on mufflers. It's really tough to beat these headers that come standard on the KTM Husky gas. They're really good. I mean, that comes from exhaust builders who know what they're doing. So highly recommended for these bikes. Just find a slip-on muffler. And it'll also keep your ECU mapping that comes standard in it dialed in. You don't have to change it much with a muffler. You go with a full system, it changes the flow of things where you really need to go get it remapped at that point. And so I'll let you speak to how it worked and how it sounded, but it looks killer. They're all, it's a Cerakote actually on this thing, all black, looks pretty sweet.
I mean, you did dress it up too with some Race Tech tie bolts, right?
Yeah, we'll get to that
Shaved
too.
off a couple ounces.
We got about 6 ounces lighter. Just a dress up kit. If you guys like, the one here holding the seat and the shrouds, pinch bolts on the bottom of the fork lug, here on the bar mounts, those clamps, those are all ties. So just kind of dress it up a little bit. The engine mount bolts, those are all titanium.
I'm psyched. Sharp. I mean, you guys, Beaver built and you leaked some photos. I was with Mammoth last couple of days and finally put eyes on it in your garage last night, and super stoked on how it came out. Obviously, I'm a fan of KTM. Been riding for a long time. I like the orange and black, and just having those wheels too. That's a big upgrade from normal stock to silvers.
Yeah.
But
what's your overall takeaway of the changes we made? And how'd you feel out there?
Well, I mean, I was looking good.
Great.
I was looking good, and that's the first step of feeling good. I was just trying to get some turns in, get some a couple laps, some sections. We're filming it, so it was a little choppy, kind of just I wasn't really getting a flow. But overall, the bike just is it feels so smooth and plush, and it's got good power. And I'm fired up to start my riding season here, and hope I can get enough days to line up a Mammoth here coming up this next month.
Well, you got the machine to do it now. So big thanks to all the brands that got on board with this. ETS fuel, that was the only other performance mod we threw in here, is just some good fuel, which most people should be doing. Other than that, that's it. There was one other component here I want to talk about, and this is the Tuner Nano. It's a new product from Nihilo Concepts. It's literally the size of, like a 50-cent piece. It's a small little guy, plugs in a dongle into your ECU up here, and essentially logs data for you and will read any codes, and you can then via Bluetooth send this back to Nihilo Concepts. They have a guy who is on staff, Paul, who's just committed to following up with folks and making sure that if there's any mapping adjustments that need to be made on their bikes, he handles it. And so that all gets sent through this little Tuner Nano back to them. They make the changes, send it back to your Nano, you Bluetooth it to your bike, and it's fixed. It's pretty crazy. So if you have something's wrong with your bike, it's running rough, there's some kind of code that it'll throw, they can fix it remotely. You want to remap it. They have different maps, one for an exhaust system, one for race fuel, and one for standard. They can give you one of those preset maps or help you kind of tweak and tune the mapping for your bike based on what you have going on. So it's a really trick product if you guys are interested at all. And let's face it, a lot of us, myself included, when it comes to mapping and the electronics, I'm an idiot. And so I don't know what I'm doing, and I have to take it to somebody. And if you don't have somebody reliable that you trust near you, this is a great option. You get this device, the folks at Nihilo Concepts will literally go one-on-one with you and get your bike running perfectly. It's a really cool product, so check them out. Do you think
that'd be a good advantage? Say I ride track, I'll be going down to Sacramento area, East Street in maybe Prairie City, but then I go to Mammoth, that big elevation change. Is that a time when I'd use that map tuner?
Absolutely. So I'm going to send you home with this thing. I'm going to connect you with Paul and have you guys work on it, okay? And he'll map. He'll probably send you a different spec for the exhaust that we put on here, and then tell him, hey, I'm going to Mammoth. What kind of mapping change should I make for 7,000 feet or whatever it is there? And those are exactly the kind of things that it's very helpful for. You ride somewhere else.
Even over 8,000 feet
well,
up there.
find the right
So,
number,
yeah.
but he's got all the schematics to tell you
cool,
exactly what it needs. So very cool product from Nihilo, and we're stoked on all the stuff those guys make.
Yeah, huge thanks to you, Whiskey Throttle, and yeah, I'm psyched to have a new ride for the summer here.
Well,
really
no excuses now. Get down here and let's do some riding.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, hey, thank you to all the companies, especially Nihilo Concepts, SKDA. They made a couple iterations of this graphic. A lot of parameters you have to work around when you're running a Red Bull logo, and they jumped through a lot of hoops for us, so we appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, stoked. Thanks so much for everybody that was involved. Thank you guys for watching, and look for Daron Rahlves out at a local track here near you. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, comment what you thought, and share it with your friends.